started in the 1980s, back when Freestyle, if you haven't heard of Freestyle, the new shoes as you see here. If you've heard their song, or you might hear it afterwards, you'll be like, oh, that's what Freestyle is. Other artists like Debbie Deb, Lisa and the Cult Jam, Shannon, Sheila E., and Prince. They all had many influence on what is EDM today. Most people are like, what is EDM? EDM is electronic dance music. I'm talking about that music that you probably have seen on old TV shows like Jersey Shore where they're like fist pumping. It's much more than that. It's a music that many people saw as an underground music. Why? Well, maybe this guy like here, his name is BT. He's a composer, artist, DJ, and a software engineer who helped pioneer the way and help it be easier for DJs. Of course, you all know Daft Punk, especially after this past couple years and what they've done to music and their reemergence. Many other artists and DJs, with Pharrell, Nile Rodgers. Then there's this guy from Italy, Benny Benassi, who single-handedly has been responsible for the subgenre of electronica. He comes to the US every now and again and does some great appearances in Las Vegas as Las Vegas is booming. Then there's this guy from UK. He's also a pioneer, Paul Oakenfold. He has his own way of collaborating with artists and created Perfecto Records. Of course, there's Tiesto from the Netherlands, adding to the worldwide appeal that this music has garnered over the years. Thus, so it stemmed from the 80s, bringing it to 2015. Then there's me. Why am I here? Well, one day, back in high school, I discovered a Phoenix EDM station called 1011, which no longer exists, boo. But it was one of those things that sparked into me, and I realized that I had loved this music, but I didn't know it was its own genre. I grew up with many musical influences. I grew up a musician myself, playing the saxophone. And then there was that SNL Night at the Roxbury, where you know who this guy is. What is Love? Hathaway. So the connection in the 1990s of all the one-hit wonders of those type of electronic music. Of course, this one, you might not recognize their faces, but you will recognize their song. And that's kind of where the connection goes and why it's become such a massive movement. Especially when you hear that one more song, when the DJ goes, you want to hear one more? It's that feeling you get. I don't care if it's EDM, jazz, R&B, whatever is your cup of tea. What is that feeling when you go to a concert or a festival? Is it excitement? Is it anything other than that? Many people you'll see at our festival wearing things, exchanging things, probably taking some things, but it's their own experience. It's their own connection to a music, to a genre, to the culture. As you can see here, this is not your average concert. And all of those fireworks were when that drop hits, the beat, the bass, maybe that huge, great vocal of a vocalist. I'm not saying I spend all my money on concerts, but I wouldn't be mad. So, this type of music makes me tick. Who wouldn't want to be with thousands of others or even millions of other people around the world from other countries, from other walks of life, enjoying that one song, enjoying that one moment when the beat drops? Especially recently. You've heard of Calvin Harris, David Guetta, Skrillex, Deadmau5, Armin van Buuren. I could talk about this forever. The influence of this music is now mainstream. It is not underground. So I want you to take away, what is that one thing that makes you tick and you connect to? That's truly the best moment. Thank you.